My name is Chris Graham. I'm the president of Ripon Area United Way. The reason I got involved is that my family and I have benefited a great deal from the services and organizations here in Ripon. I feel like we've taken a lot more out than we've put in. And I'm sure many people feel that way. And we decided it was time for us to start giving back and doing more within the community. And there isn't a better way to do it than to be involved in an organization that covers 19 different organizations itself and provides funding to those for those that are in need.
Amy Polash, the director of the Community Thrift Store and Food Pantry. The United Way is, in my opinion, is a dream maker for the Wishes and Wonders program at the Community Thrift Store and Food Pantry. Their money goes to do this. It takes care of right now between 125 and 200 kids a year. And what we do, our focus really is to Christmas morning make sure those kids feel like they were remembered. And United Way helps us do that. We go out and purchase their wish list. Some of the parents ask for very simple things like socks, mittens and gloves, and educational toys. Well, what we do is we look for the educational toys for the kids that are not $5 educational toys. We look for the things that the parents can take with their children, sit down on the couch, and work on their reading. We buy kind of a blow your mind Christmas morning. We bought some Leapsters this year for our 6, 7, and 8-year-olds that would love to have a video game, but completely out of the family's budget because it would certainly cut into their food budget or possibly their heat budget. So that's what United Way has done for us. It has helped us serve kids in this community, and really what we're looking for the wow Christmas. And that's what United Way has helped us do. So they just fund us, and secretly they're our little angel because they allow us to blow kids' minds this year for Christmas.
The Ripon Area United Way board is as many as 12 members, no fewer than 9, as many as 12 as a maximum. And they are individuals from the Ripon community that serve 3-year terms, that believe in United Way, in supporting the member organizations that belong to Ripon Area United Way, have an interest in mobilizing the community resources for the benefit of these 19 member organizations. They come from all areas of the community, from all different types of organizations, and they are dedicated individuals who are very interested in supporting the needs within this community.
Well, we had 10 board members. We just added 2 recently, and I'm delighted to recognize all of them. I believe 11 of us are here. I'm Chris Graham again. I'm the president this year of Ripon Area United Way. Our vice president is Tom Moniz. Tom works with Davis and Keltow out of Oshkosh as our vice president. Treasurer is Andy Like, our secretary, Tony Spence of the Ripon School District. Tony, where are you? He's in back there. He's the IT director here at the Ripon School District. Julie Bartz is with Ripon Medical Center, Agnesian Healthcare. Julie, hello. Jeff Pullman-Becker, Ripon Printers. Hello, Jeff, back at the ticket desk. Lori Rich, who was just here earlier this evening and had to leave for a meeting. She's the city administrator, as most of you know. John Triller is this assistant vice president at Horicon Bank. John, you want to say hello to us? Thank you. Sally Webster, who just joined us and is a big instrumental part of this dinner and was last year too, but Sally just had a beautiful, wonderful new addition. Her and her husband, Wayne Webster, vice president here at the college. And Stella, welcome to Stella also. Congratulations, you folks. Katie Coughlin, who just joined us, she's with the city of Ripon, and we just added Janet Price of State Farm, I believe. She works with State Farm. So let's give, did I miss anybody? Did I get all the board members? No. Sorry, Tanya Alling. How can I forget? Because she has put us all to shame with her effort and her performance over the last 2 weeks. You know what, Tanya? I didn't want to forget, and that website that you update, I went to the page and you haven't put yourself on it yet. That's how new you are. Yes, you have. If Tanya has not approached you with a raffle ticket, you weren't in town the last 2 weeks. Folks, would you give a great round of applause to all of these board members for their tireless work?
Each year our biggest event is our annual fundraising dinner. It's one of 3 events that we run throughout the year, but it raises the most money towards our goal. Roughly 10% of our goal is what's made out of the annual fundraiser. There's a great deal of effort that's put into that from the board members and those associated with the board, friends, family, and additionally, and most importantly, those businesses, proprietors, and organizations within the community that either run an employee campaign, donate something, or provide a gift to the United Way or some type of service to help us pull off the fundraising dinner each year, which, as I've said, is the most important event that we run on an annual basis. It takes a great deal of effort, and the planning begins months and months in advance with the setting of the date, the organization of the location, the raffle items, the silent auction items, the meals, the ticket printing, the ticket sales. Many organizations and not-for-profits that have done these things go through a similar process. But I can tell you, because it means so much to us to be able to reach that goal, we're certain that we put all of our effort into it to make it the best it can be.
We have auction items going on. Tanya just announced to me that we are at 170 Big Bucks raffle tickets. If we sell 5 more, the odds will go up of you winning a prize because we will add another $250 cash prize. There would be 5 cash prizes that we would put out there of up to $4,000 total that we would be spending out of that cash raffle. 5 more, $50 a piece. They're back there. If we get those 5 more sold in the next 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, we will actually add another $250 prize. We have the silent auction going on until 7 o'clock. Please look at that. We have our raffle items over on the table. Jeff will gladly sell you raffle tickets up to $20 for a wingspan, which gets you about 30 tickets. The last item I am going to talk about are all of our sponsors and the generosity they have provided us over the years, and particularly last year when we beat our campaign goal of $65,000 by raising over $72,000, and this year with our goal of $65,000, I'm certain we will beat it for a couple of reasons. For all of those people you see on the banner, please make sure you pay attention to who's on there. All of those people you see on the board over there, on the easel, and those folks also who are a very important part of our fundraising who are on your placemat. Please feel free to take that with you as a reminder as to who to solicit, and all those great organizations throughout the community that have been very generous over the years. The last thing I want to do is recognize our pace setter. Ripon Printers and Andy Like, as you might have seen in the newspaper this past week, have done an unbelievable job. We have representatives from other organizations who have been pace setters who have done outstanding jobs, and we're very proud to call them partners. But Andy Like and Ripon Printers has gone beyond anything we could have imagined. I want to embarrass the heck out of them right now. Can you give Andy and Jeff and anyone here with Ripon Printers, Al Seeliger is also here with Ripon Printers, anyone else, a huge round of applause for what they've done this year as pace setters.
The individuals that benefit from the funding of United Way, particularly here in Ripon, fall within 3 categories: education, financial independence, and health and well-being. And within those 3 areas, and the 19 member organizations that fit within those 3 pillars, there's hundreds of individuals then that benefit from, in the Ripon area community, United Way funding.
Al Schrader. I am the President and Chief Executive Officer of Diverse Options Incorporated. The United Way contributes greatly to both our organization and, more importantly, the individuals that we serve. Here at Diverse Options, we focus on literally 3 things for 350 people with disabilities in the area. One is work, one has to do with where they live, and the third thing is really them being involved in their community. And the United Way plays a huge, tremendous role in that third leg of the stool, whereby helping them live in the community. Those dollars are used for a number of things, whether it be helping someone take a vacation. We give out vacation stipends. Many of the people that we serve work very, very hard, However, there's not a lot left over once they pay all their bills and those type of things. So the vacation statements help them do things that are important in their lives, from taking a trip to going to Milwaukee to a Brewers game, to a Packer game, what have you. And it's a big benefit to the folks that we serve. The second thing is, oftentimes we have people that are interested in hobbies, in activities, in those type of things in the community that really contribute to their quality of life. And United Way dollars are used to help us teach them those activities, teach them where to go, teach them and make linkages with people in the community whereby eventually they will be able to do it independently. And so that's a big portion of what United Way dollars are used for. The third thing really is just some large group activities. Some opportunities for people to get together with friends perhaps they haven't seen in a long time, to get together with volunteers, with staff here of the organization, with friends of the organization, board members, and they're able to do that in a non-work, non-residential setting and enjoy those opportunities. So the dollars contribute significantly to the overall quality of life that the people we serve enjoy, and it's a big part everyday life of all of those individuals. The United Way often talks about, you know, people serving people, and truly that is the heart and soul of the Ripon Area United Way. It's the heart and soul of people that give to the United Way, and it's the heart and soul of the organization as itself as it pertains to the people here in Ripon. So not only the people that we serve at Diverse Options, but countless others benefit from those contributions and those dollars that people give to the United Way.
Our efforts benefit a great number of people within the community, more so than I think most any other charity in the area, albeit there are great ones, but ours is focused in a general and broad sense on covering so many areas of need. The process that Ripon Area United Way uses is a traditional process that's been used for many years, and it starts with what we call an allocation day. And that's a day in June where the member organizations and those not-for-profits in the area that fit within our criteria and parameters take the opportunity to come and make a presentation to us and to tell us about their organization, educate us on what they do within those areas and for the people in the Ripon community, so we can be certain that the dollars that we are raising go directly to those causes. They give us a great deal of information about their organization and their financials, and we take the opportunity then, when they make a request for funds, to discuss it among the board to determine whether we're going to fund that organization and to what level we will fund that organization. When we conclude that day, we will gather up all the information and totals, requests from each organization that we authorize to determine what our goal is each year. Determining the goal each year is a challenge, but it's a challenge that all of us are very interested and willing to take on because we know the benefit of our work and of the charity of the great people and businesses here in the Ripon area. It's a long day listening to up to 20 different proposals on funding, but the rewarding part about it is, and the inspiring part about it is, the stories that we hear from these member organizations and the emotion and passion they have for helping people. Those that work in the not-for-profit sector have a real dedication to improving things like the health, education, and financial independence of folks in Ripon, including those on the Ripon Area United Way board, the selfless efforts and volunteerism of the members of the board, and those in the community that support our efforts and have been connected with the Ripon Area United Way. It's a very gratifying experience, but yet a challenge to put it all together and to determine how much you're going to give those organizations and what your goal is going to be every year. Without a doubt, what we wish we could do every year was increase that goal and to give them more money and fully fund all of their needs. But we do our part here in the community to make it happen best we can.
Jolene Meyer. I'm the project director for the BRAVE program. The United Way fund has greatly impacted the BRAVE program over the last few years. They've been a partner for us for a number of years. The last few years we've seen a huge increase in our requests for homework help. And homework help is the biggest part of the BRAVE program. Students who are involved in the program stay at the schools that where they attend. If they are staying for a BRAVE program, they receive a snack and recess and homework help. The elementary students after homework help are involved in enrichment classes. In the middle school and in the high school, those are solely homework help programs. They have helped us to be able to stretch the finite budget that we have from the school board. They have allowed us to be able to expand our homework program into the high school. It has allowed us to be able to bring on more tutors so that each child who needs help with their homework, desires help with their homework, and has been recommended by a teacher to participate in the program, we can find somebody to be able to help them with their homework, and that makes a huge impact. The directors of the United Way board and the folks that work with them work very, very hard on our behalf, and our students have found great success in their homework. They're finding growth through the enrichment programs that are provided by BRAVE, and the hard work that the folks at United Way do is what makes that happen. And what's really fantastic about it is it's people from Ripon who are working hard for programs here in Ripon that impact the people's lives in Ripon. It helps families to teach their kids something new. It helps them to support their families. And so people who participate in the United Way program, whether it's by being a donor or being by somebody who's helping with a benefit to help raise money, they can know that their hard work is happening and benefiting our community right here in Ripon.
Each June when we have our allocation meeting and the individual representatives from our member organizations come in and make their pitch for the funding that they need, I continue to be struck on how passionate these individuals are and the stories they tell us about the mother who's homeless, or the child that needs help, or the spouse that's been abused, or the individual with disabilities who has an opportunity to take a vacation and a recreational opportunity they've never had before. Or from a daycare center, talking to us about how important the needs are that they have to service these children. Children that are just like mine, who have gone through one of these member organizations and had the opportunity to benefit from what they could give from the instruction, the education, and the caring they gave us. So I can relate to those representatives and the work they're doing, but I still continue to be awestruck by their passion and the anecdotes and stories they bring forward to us of the goodwill and need that there is out there on a daily basis.
I would have to say that United Way, as far as population serving, I would bet that they would touch in some way or shape or form every person in the community of Ripon. And it may not be in that we're receiving, somebody might receive the dollars, but an organization might, and it might give 100 volunteers the opportunity to give. So United Way may not be contributing directly to that family, but they're allowing that family to serve. So they're touching the entire community. It depends on if you're on the serving end of what they do or if you're on the receiving end of what they do. But I think they touch the whole community of Ripon.